I'm Darlene, and I'm a teacher with VIP Kid. I'm going to go over a simple flowchart of the hiring process for VIP Kid. The first step is the screening. With the screening, it's very simple. You need to meet 3 requirements. The first requirement is you need to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. The second requirement is that you need to be able to work either in the US or in Canada. You don't actually have to physically be in the US or Canada, but you need to be able to work legally in Canada or the United States. The third requirement is you need to have experience teaching children for at least a year. The requirements of that could be babysitting, it could be coaching, it could be raising a child. There are a lot of different things, and it doesn't have to be recent experience. It could be something that you did when you were in high school. Maybe you supported another student by tutoring. Basically take all that, add it together, and write down your years of experience. It's very simple. You go to their website, or you can click on my link below, and you create a username and a password. That's it. Once you're in, you're going to answer very basic questions. You're going to answer your personal information, your name, your email address, your phone number. Then they're going to ask you about your education. There's going to be a drop-down menu. You need to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. The other thing they're looking for is years of experience, and you'll be able to fill that out as well. Let's say you have a year of experience. Don't click on 12 months or 1 year of experience because it's not going to accept your application. Choose the 1 year to 3 year option because then you'll be able to move on to the next step in the application process. The next step. Step 2. Step 2, you have 3 options. That's 3 options if you live in Canada. If you live in the States, there is a 4th option, which is a live coaching. They have a lot of different locations for that. That can be found on the VIP Kid website. If you're living in Canada, that's really not an option for us. So you're going to be left with these 3 options. Your 1-to-1 live demo and your recorded intro demo, those are 10 minutes of teaching that you're demonstrating. The smart demo is much shorter, and that's the one I did. It was great. A smart demo, it's called a smart demo because you're using a smartphone. I use my iPhone. You download the app, you do it right on the phone. It's quick, and when you're happy with your video, you submit it, and you hear back very quickly, within 24 hours. Now, if you do this one, you actually, once you book a time, you will receive the slides that you need that you will be teaching live in front of a person who will actually be in Beijing, and you'll get your feedback right away. If you decide to do this one, which is also a 10-minute teaching opportunity, then you submit it, and within 24 hours you should hear back. Like I said, I prefer the smart demo one. It was quick, it was easy. From what I hear, people are happy with their base pay resulting from that demo. I believe in the demo they're looking to see if you're speaking grammatically correct, that you're pronouncing your words properly. It is a very short next step. Then I wrote this because I wrote mock lesson prep. It's really important that you prepare for your mock lesson because if you don't prepare it, you're probably not going to pass it. If you don't pass it, it's okay because you can redo it. I believe you can redo it as many times as you like. The mock lesson is live 1-to-1 with a VIP teacher who is qualified to interview you and assess your mock lesson. What I recommend to prepare for your mock lesson is take the coaching lesson, the coaching opportunity that VIP Kid offers to people who are about to do their mock interview. I took that and I found it very helpful. There are a lot of videos online that show you how they would do the mock lesson, and those are helpful as well. But when I did that coaching class, I found out the most up-to-date information, which differed slightly from some of those videos, but I recommend that because you're not just copying what someone else is doing in their mock lesson, you're learning how to teach the rest of your classes. Because once you're done your mock interview and you're thrown into teaching a lesson, you want to know how VIP Kid wants you to teach it, because you can't copy all of those lessons. They're not available online for you to copy. So you want to know how to do it for yourself. It's worth it. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hour session, but it's worth it, in my opinion. Then you have your mock lesson interview. You have 2 choices. You can do a lower level, 2, 3, or an upper level, 4, 5. The lower level tends to have younger students. Maybe, well, they would start at 4 years old. Typically the students I see at this level are about 6, 7, 8 years old. Sometimes you get ones that are a little bit younger, a little bit older, but that's generally the age. Now, for the upper level, you're going to get students who are most likely older because they have more experience with the English language and they're conversing. Most of the students, this is important to remember, because if you're new and you want to get bookings more quickly, you may want to opt for the lower level, because the majority of the students with VIP Kid are working at their lower level. Once you do this, you could always, and you get your certification, you could always go back and do this at any time, and vice versa. The next step, you pass your mock interview. The next step, and the last step, to sign your contract, to upload your documents. So those documents would be a photo or a scanned image of your bachelor's degree and any other degrees that you have that are higher than your bachelor's. You'll probably also have to upload, I believe, your driver's license photo or your passport photo. You need to prove who you are. Then, if you are, so for example, I am a teacher in Ontario, so I have my certification. So I took a photo of that and I uploaded that. But if you don't have your teaching certification, you may have to do a TESOL. And I believe that might be a 2-hour online assessment with VIP Kid. There are a lot of videos online, I believe, of how to prepare. I don't believe it's difficult if you're a strong English speaker. So that is the process. I wish you the best. I wish you good luck. If you would like to use my referral code, I would appreciate it. I do get a one-time bonus. Anyone who is giving you a referral code, if you choose to use the referral code, you go through the hiring process and you get hired. After you teach your first lesson, they will get a one-time bonus. It's not a pyramid. They won't get a portion of a percentage of what you make. They won't get a percentage of any referrals that you bring in to VIP Kid. It's a one-time thing. I would appreciate it if you could. If you have any questions, put them below, and I'll also put below I'll put my link to VIP Kid for you to create a username and a password. I'll also put some links of videos of other VIP teachers teaching the mock classes, so you can access them. I'll put a couple of my favorites down, the ones that I felt were, well, the ones that I personally liked anyway. Thank you. Good luck.